So I'm here with my mom, and so when you were growing up, like, what was the main form of socialization with your peers?
Main form? Well, I was heavily involved with my church youth group, so most of my time revolved around doing stuff with my friends that were either in youth group or youth group activities.
Mm-hmm. And when you were growing up, was it like kind of like oh, if I wanted to hang out with my friend, it was like, I'll have your mom call my mom, kind of like how it is now? If you wanted to hang out, like if I wanted to hang out with one of my friends when I was younger, it was like, especially when I was like really young, it was kind of like, oh, let's see what our moms say. And
I'm not really sure about when I was younger. I mean, I'm going that far back. I don't think my mom arranged anything socially for me because my mom worked full time. I had brothers at home. I think I just called my friends and said, you want to play? And we just go run around outside and play.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a teenager, then it was, definitely calling my friends on the phone. We didn't have text messaging or anything like that. We got lots and lots of busy tones because not all my friends even had call waiting. So, communication was via phone.
Yeah, so continuing on, so you communicated just mainly through phone and things like that.
Phone, or we made plans when we saw each other in person.
What about the movies and TV shows you would watch when you were growing up? What would those look like?
Well, TV shows I watched when I was growing up, when I was younger, was a lot of Saturday morning cartoons, and TV shows that were on at night were things like Alf and The Cosby Show and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Ties, Silver Spoons, shows like that. And then shows when I was a little bit older in high school were more like Friends and ER and Seinfeld, shows like that.
What were some of the common themes of those shows that you watched? Did they have, like today, a lot of shows have a very dramatic undertone to them, and like almost a dark tone? What were shows like? Were you shows like that?
No, well, the shows that I watched when I was younger, more so with Family Ties and Cosby Show and Fresh Prince, they were definitely comedic. I mean, they were only like 30-minute TV shows, and not a whole lot of dramatic scenes. Definitely 80s were sometimes you hear some of the things and you're like, whoa, they said that on TV. Or I think they weren't as censored, or they weren't as politically correct back then. Sometimes I'm like, oh, my parents let me watch that stuff. But my mom also did filter a lot of the things. So even the things that I did watch, I know were definitely PG rated. So
yeah. I mean, when I was younger, it was a lot of Disney Channel, a lot of feel-good shows, even. And then when I got older, they took on they had a lot more emotions to them, and a little bit more of a plot that went through almost all the episodes.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is something with parenting on what you expose your children to. So, I mean, I was very conscientious of that when you were younger. It wasn't until you were, a little bit older where, you had to be introduced to some things anyway. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was a little bit different back then. There wasn't as much control. So, I mean, TV was on, and you didn't have Netflix and streaming. It was whatever was on the TV was what you were going to watch. So, we really didn't even have VCRs and DVD players back then. So,
did your watching the shows that you watched ever impact how you perceived the world? In any way?
No, not at all. I didn't really take that as reality. I just took it as I'm watching something for entertainment. I didn't really think about how it related to my life in any way, or if I put myself in that situation. I mean, I did think like, oh, well, those families are really cool, but I mean, I didn't think they were any different, or what the difference between their life and my life was.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with the shows I watched, since a lot of the Disney Channel shows were definitely based on high school. I feel like the shows now definitely build up what high schools should look like.
Okay.
I don't know. That was just something.
I think that the high school shows I watched, 90210 and Saved by the Bell. I mean, it's like, that's not my high school. People in my high school don't look like that, or we don't get to do those kinds of things or whatever. But yeah, I didn't really think that the impact or the differences, or I don't really know. I really didn't think too much of what I was watching beyond the entertainment aspect of it.
How have you seen social media kind of change the way the world interacts with each other?
Oh, yeah, people don't get off their phones. As a parent especially, I hate that the kids are so hooked onto their phones and, you know, putting things on Instagram or Facebook, or even people I know, and the Facebook or social media facade there is out there, that's definitely not a real life portrayal at all. People put their best selves out there, and
Yeah.
I think it's definitely harmful to a society as a whole, the social media part of it. So I think technology has really played such a role in how our teenagers relate to each other, even how we as adults still relate to each other now.
Yeah. What kind of positive connections do you see with social media?
Oh, well, for me, I mean, the way I can just be in contact with people, one, especially people that in my life, because I didn't grow up here, people that I grew up with in other states, I can still keep in contact with very easily and know what's happening in their lives. That's really nice. Just the social connection is nice in terms of, like, if you're not getting sucked into it all day, every day.
Yeah.
And being able to keep up with what's going on with me. Also, just with, you know, our nonprofit, we're able to just get out things that we're doing and, you know, reach people in ways we wouldn't be able to without social media.
Yeah. The social media is definitely a huge thing at the high school within my generation. Definitely, like, you see people post on their Snap stories, like,
Right.
like, it's just really strange. It's just people crying. Like, they'll just post pictures of themselves crying, or random other things that you wouldn't normally expect. I definitely feel like, everyone has this, and if you don't, you're kind of like the outsider.
Right. Well, you guys felt like that before I let you guys have social
Yeah.
media. It was a big deal when you guys wanted, you know, TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram or whatever, and, you know, you just weren't at an age where we felt it was inappropriate.
Yeah.
And you definitely felt like you were left out, and we had lots and lots of conversations about that between you and your sister.
I do remember that, feeling like that, because that was just because it felt like everyone was like doing these things, and I was like, I didn't get updates on people's lives.
Right.
Even now, like, some of my friends are like, oh, right, I forgot you don't have Snap,
Right.
so this is what's happening in my life,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Do you feel like you're missing out by not having that?
No, I'm fine now.
Yeah.
More so, it's kind of like once you have it, you kind of realize maybe this isn't as big of a deal.
Right.
Like, I do like to go on there and, I mean, see some stuff my friends post, because I'm like, oh, they're doing this really cool thing that I didn't know they were doing.
Okay.
Sometimes. Especially the people I don't always keep in contact with as much.
Yeah.
Like, you think, like, Quinn Hall, like, sometimes I'll see what she's doing, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. I hope you're having a whole bunch of fun.
Okay.
But, I mean, other than that, it's kind of just pointless.
Okay.
Just wasting